So I spoke to Dr. Roberts this morning.
You're so much welcome onto the show. This is Bethlehem TV, and we're excited to come back onto yet another episode where we're going to be discussing life after school. If you're out there, maybe you've just finished school, maybe you finished years ago that you don't even remember. Maybe you're just in the process next year or the other coming year. We want to see what happens after you're done graduating, after you've moved out of the university. What should be next in the studios? I'm joined with our Genesis and Natasha, and also we're honored to have a graduate from Makerere University. So at this point of time, I want to start with the beautiful Genesis to Manya bana bamaze okusoma. Is it from Monday when they were graduating?
Yeah, the graduation has been going on for a couple of days.
Since Monday?
Yeah.
When is it ending?
When is it ending, sir?
It has ended today.
Ah, it's ended today.
Yes.
But other universities are going to still be graduating.
Yeah, this
throughout.
particularly Makerere.
It was the only one
Yeah.
graduating. Okay, so you welcome them.
Oh, yeah, welcome you to the show. I happened to not be here last week. How was the show, Gift?
Just amazing.
That's good.
Natasha, how was the show?
That's nice.
I saw new faces. I was at home and I was watching new faces and I was intrigued. How did you love the show, Natasha?
It was really nice, educative, insightful. Yeah.
Well, I'm honored to be here. That's really what I said. I'm looking forward to this conversation. It's something that we've all gone through, and it would be insightful for these young men and women that are now going to transition. It's a real transition right there. So that I hope that we can all be impactful.
Why are you calling it a transition?
Yes, it is definitely a transition. Life in college, university, is more laid back. We are comfortable, we are able to make mistakes and not have to be repelled about the mistakes we make. We fail, and no one is going to push fingers at us. It is, okay, she's young, she's in university, he's young, he's going to outgrow it. And then adulthood kicks in different. It kicks in different when you graduate. So yes, it is a transition.
It is a transition, and life is full of so many transitions. Natasha, you're welcome on the show. We're happy to see you once again. Greetings to the viewers.
Oh, hello viewers. We are so happy and delighted to be with you today once again as we discuss the life after school. And I think it's going to be really, really educative. Just keep listening. You are going to enjoy it.
Thank you so much, and you're so much welcome, James. Greeting to the viewers, and then you can maybe appreciate your fellow graduates that you've been studying with, and maybe you can tell us a bit about you and the course you've done. And maybe there is someone out there that maybe they are thinking, what should I do? Doing the same thing, yeah.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. I thank you for hosting me tonight. I just graduated yesterday.
Okay, congratulations.
From Makerere University with a bachelor's degree in travel and tourism management. And I'm joining Life After Campus. It has started today.
How are the first few hours checking in?
The first few hours, I'm still in the celebration, so but I'm checking.
It hasn't kicked in well.
Yeah.
Okay. Ngenda kubagamba nga kintu wabagamba muve mukwewa mutuule mutandika okukwata ku matama mwewaliikirire. Kintu
tetugenda kukikkiriza ekyo, tetugenda kugamba abaana batuule bakwate ku matama batandika okweraliikirira.
Ngenda bagamba lwaki mugenda kwewaliikirire nekyegenda kuggwa. Mbabuulidde lwaki mugenda kutuula mwewaliikirire mukwate amatama. You hold your cheek like this and now sit and now rethink your decisions.
Okay, I think I can think as to why you are saying that. I think many times when we're still in school, but uncle watugamba, or like everyone is promising you, there is this opportunity, there is this and this and that and that. So after graduation, after those epic moments of eating and having fun with friends and family, then you go back in your room or in your mother's house and you're like, okay, so koja wango weji ndio mlimo
gweyangamba
guliwa.
Ate kati ne mu nyumba ya mama bato kyasuutingamu.
Ate kati ffe mu Africa omwana bw'amala okusoma bw'amala kyonna kyaba amaze oba certificate oba diploma oba degree aba amaze okusoma
aba akuze.
That's why for us the women, they will tell you like, are you planning on getting married or something? Then abasajja, they expect you to start, thinking like a man and all that. But anyway, we want to say that life after university offers different aspects to each one of us. And for some people, you might want to pursue some other career that is related to your degree, like James has done tourism and travel. Maybe he would want to pursue that. Maybe for other people, they would want to explore different careers or different industries. Someone might want to go into business, someone might want to go into, like something different. And some people might want to further their education, that I'm done with my bachelor's, I just want to go in and have my degree done, or just go and do a PhD or something. And then for other people, they might consider doing entrepreneur work, Maybe someone is already also into entrepreneur as they are studying atunde ebintu ku ssomero kati ngagamba after the university I'll just
expand.
Yes, I'll just put in more capital and my business, keeps moving. So, but time for self-discovery, it's during that time, when you're in school, it's hard for you to really discover who you are and what you really want. And for some reason, most of us do those courses, not because we like them or,
But unfortunately, whether you did the course, whether you like it, and you liked it or you did not like it, after graduation, for young adults, I think the first thing that you should do is to first sit and reflect. Sit, reflect on your life. Reflect on the decisions that you have made. Reflect and create a map. Now, when I say create a map, it doesn't mean that things are going to go the way you're mapping it out to be like. But when you draw a map towards an achievement, it is going to make it easier for you to have something that guides you. If you don't have something that guides you, with so many, we've all been there before. We've made mistakes. I was telling you, I was having a conversation with Gift earlier on before the show, and I was telling her that we're talking about someone, and what should we do to help? And I'm like, I hope they learn, because I made my own mistakes. Sometimes things are not in our control. I made my own mistakes. The only thing that I can hope is that you can learn sooner than I did. But after grad, life might not be as easy. Bills kick in. They kick in differently, Mommy is not going to be someone to run to all the time, or you will start feeling like a baggage to her. So now you want to figure things out, and it is definitely going to overwhelm you. Before you start, reflect and draw a map on where you're going.
Thank you so much, Genesis, for that insight. And I think at this point of time, we can dive deep into our topic of discussion tonight, that what is it about life when you are done with school, when you're done with the university? Like we said, it doesn't matter whether you've done a certificate or a diploma or a degree or a master's, whatever it is that you've accomplished after school. What is your life like after that? And I'm thinking that maybe it's time for self-discovery and you reflecting on your values, on you aligning your goals and your passions. But we have people that have gone through school. Most of us have gone through school, and we're going to start with, I think I should start with Natasha, and then I go to fresh. James. So
we start from less fresh to fresh.
So, Natasha.
Yes, please. You asking about my life?
Yes, school, then towards the time when you're about to finish, then even after you finished, how was it for you? Like, how did you get into that marketplace? That early after you can do business in
How I wish. But anyway, life at campus was really soft for me. I made sure to enjoy, because this world works in times and seasons, and I believe that everyone has to enjoy each time that you are in, because I don't like pressure. So at campus, I was literally just being a student, doing what campusers do, having fun, going out to eat food, nice food, and while studying, obviously. So, and before graduation, I was actually excited to have gone through school, and because it's literally they groom you to be a responsible citizen at campus. So no one pushes you around to read books, no one pushes you around to do this. So you literally invest in your time and study to make yourself approved at the end of the day. So it was an exciting phase for me. My graduation was literally nice. Then on that very day of the party is when it dawned to me that now I've grown. You know those speeches that they give, and they're like, so now you know your uncles who studied like a lot, who have finished and have gone for masters. They'd be like, so you're done with a bachelor's degree. Now you have to do your masters. You have like a lot of things to do. It's not the end. You're not the dopest person. We're here with our PhDs, so you feel pressured to continue. But what I would maybe advise someone there is that take your time, just like you've said. We are exploring, you discovering yourself. Do not be situated on one thing. Let me say, maybe you say, I'm going to do this all my life. This is what I'm going to do. I'm so sure of it. We are literally young, so explore yourself, do different things, so that by 30 you have landed on that one that you think you can make life out of. But right now, if you're into baking, maybe invest more in the creatives. Baking, what else is a creative thing?
Tailoring.
Yeah, tailoring, hair, like all those things. Just try to check out everything that you can do, and later on you will maybe settle in, but don't pressure yourself.
So how did
yourself.
you get into the marketplace?
How? I think, okay, really, literally, there is no magic. I prayed. I prayed, and then when I was at campus, I thank God that I got to listen to very many people talk to me about life. So I discovered that employment is just like your career and your purpose, or what you give back to the society. So just like people who are on TV presenting, you're giving back to the society by helping people know about different things, just like today. But then you have to have something that you make money out of, something that also makes you grow as a person. That is particularly something to do with entrepreneurship. So you can carry out a business that you out of your passions, so that you can sustain it in case my time goes.
How long did it take you to have a job after school?
A job? Oh, luckily enough, we thank God, it didn't take me really long. I think I stayed home for a month, and then that's when I started applying for jobs. I applied for one job, then someone connected me to the next two jobs, which I'm currently working at. So it didn't really take much, because I graduated last year, November.
Oh.
From then I'm working.
Last year, 2020?
2023.
Oh, you're too fresh right now. Congratulations. fresh. This is just a month ago.
In fact, it is the difference is the similarity.
Very different.
That's just a graduation day, but there was when I finished my exams, so time goes.
You finished.
Some months, okay. Let's say some
You're
months.
still very too fresh, because for us, you don't
Still,
even
that's too
remember.
fresh. I can't even remember how long
I feel like I don't
ago.
have audacity to ask Genesis when she graduated, because she doesn't remember.
I don't even remember.
It was long ago.
I would have to go back and first sit and reflect. Check your papers.
But we can go to the freshest.
I'm looking forward
yeah.
to hearing from him.
Okay, I give him to you.
Yes, I accept that I'm very fresh.
It's okay to be fresh.
Just graduated yesterday, and now entering the job market. But I will just first tell you about my life at campus, as you asked. My life at campus was so good. I enjoyed campus, I can tell you. It was what Mopse. So I enjoyed campus. I did everything when you're a university student you should enjoy. I didn't miss any. I could party. I think
partying is the order of that day. Natasha did a lot of parties.
I did not
They have both made it clear that they have enjoyed university.
Party.
Yes, we should go back to school.
You guys are
enjoying.
reading. Sorry.
We have gone back to school and it's okay, let's just...
We did everything, we did, including discussions, making friends. So everything was done at campus. Now, after graduation, now the question comes, what is next? But most of us, when we graduate, we think we are going to get jobs, which is not the order of the day. So when you're a fresh graduate like me, let's say you graduated today, and maybe on Monday you're planning to prepare your shoe and start dropping papers. We should give ourselves time. Let's get time, know what we want. We know what we would like to do, but if you wake up early in the morning and you say, I'm going to drop 30 liters, at the end you may not even get one job. Take time, sit down, make a good CV. You can even make consultation, make enough research. Don't even die that you did that course, you're going in that industry. As if, what you have to do, you should, if they say maybe they are looking for marketeers, and for you pretend that any job am available, they are not necessary. First research about what you want to do, love it, and finally you're going to get it.
Okay, let's talk about...
I wanted to ask him about his course, that you did tourism.
Yeah, I did travel and tourism.
Travel and tourism.
Yes.
I'm sure you have a good feel about the tourism industry.
Yes.
And I'm sure by the time you picked on, you had seen something that you could drop yourself into. What pushed you into tourism? What made you desire?
It was I did my senior 6 in 2019 before COVID, and tourism had peaked. It was high. It was following agriculture. Unfortunately, when I applied for the course and I was given the course, COVID came. And one of the affected sectors was tourism. Yeah. But the fact that I had liked the course, I thought COVID will end and I will continue with my course. When they opened up, I was planning to go and change, but when I changed and I already like this, I've already branded myself in that sector. So what am I going to do? I said, let me continue with the course.
How did you brand yourself in the sector?
When you're branding yourself in the sector, immediately when you start from day one, you should continue. You can go to all my socials, you see everything concerning tourism.
Okay.
I'm researching about gorillas, I'm researching about the golden monkeys, I'm doing everything.
That is tourism.
I develop everything. Really so that you somewhere. Even if you go to class, you don't just stop on class things, but you're already branding yourself in the field. So
I really like that. I really like the fact that you initiated yourself into the market before you get. You know what that does? People should really learn from what he has done. When you get into doing something, you don't wait for school. If you're going to wait for school, then after school, he established himself in the industry before actually being able to apply for a job. He built his CV. He created connections that build him into what he wants. He can actually start something on tourism with the knowledge that he has that can empower him into the industry. I think that is a very good strategy that you came up with. Yes. For a country like Uganda, where tourism is still so big and still so virgin, it's two of them. It's so big, there's a lot to explore and exploit in it, and yet it's still so virgin. So there's quite a lot. You just need to be open to learning, open to experiencing this and trying this and build that connection, my dearest. Yes. Oh God, build that connection. Yes. It is something that is going to help you move forward. So what is your strategy?
My strategy now, I'm going to continue with doing the same. Until I reach there, I haven't reached there, but I will reach there.
Yeah.
Of course.
You want to continue the same?
Of course, I shouldn't hurry or worry that I don't have a job in the sector. I've just finished school. And indeed, tourism, Uganda is open. Not that I should rush, let me go to where I apply for a job or what. But you can even wake up in the morning and start something and you earn from it. That's my strategy.
You're planning to start something and earn from it.
Yes.
Thank
I'm
you so
intrigued.
much, James. If you are watching A Rise Woman and you're out there, you've just finished school and you're thinking, it's like I have nothing in my head about how I'm going to go about life immediately after I'm done with school, then I think it's, I made this the show, as we're having this show, you can take off time and start thinking about what you exactly want. Like I said, that life after school is time of self-discovery and reflecting on you, aligning your goals and your values and your passions, such that you can brand yourself well as you get into the marketplace. But I feel like we might not kwedaliikirira. Let's just get into a break. We're going to come back after the break to get into understanding exactly what we should think of or what we should do to plan into us getting ourselves in the marketplace.
Bethany TV for Health. Showing on Bethany TV. Fertilization is never complete until the two haploid nuclei come together, combine their chromosomes into a single diploid nucleus. When the two chromosomes meet, they form a tiny living being that is a zygote that entirely depends on its provider for survival, and that is the mother.
Yes, I've been to the theater 5 times and all of them have been different.
Welcome to this exciting, informative, and mind-blowing show, The Journey to Motherhood, with Teacher Zita every Saturday, 9 p.m., only on Bethany TV for Health. Showing on Bethany TV. Showing on Bethany TV. Erectile dysfunction. The persistent inability to achieve or maintain penile erection sufficient for satisfactory sexual performance. This silent battle among many can cause stress, affect your self-confidence, and contribute to relationship problems. What are its causes? Who gets it? Can it be treated? This and more on Medical Minds this Sunday at 8 p.m. only on Bethany TV. Bethany TV. Showing on Bethany TV. Growing and multiplying.
Father, we thank you that as we've master joined our faith on this earth, whatever
Touching those close and beyond. The Word of God ministered. Lives changed.
Our God made a way for the children of Israel and they made it to the promised land.
the day of salvation, and today is a day of freedom for you in Jesus' name. If you believe it, say amen.
We celebrate the resurrection because Jesus is alive.
It's a brand new day. Hear what we say. It's a brand new day.
Never miss the Watoto Sunday service every Sunday, 10 to 11:30 a.m. live on Bethany TV for Health. Showing on Bethany TV. Fertilization is never complete until the two haploid nuclei come together, combine their chromosomes into a single diploid nucleus. When the two chromosomes meet, they form a tiny living being that is a zygote that entirely depends on its provider for survival, and that is the mother.
Yes, I've been to the theater 5 times and all of them have been different.
Welcome to this exciting, informative, and mind-blowing show, The Journey to Motherhood, with Teacher Zita every Saturday, 9 p.m., only on Bethany TV for Health. Showing on Bethany TV. Introducing Medical Minds, with Dr. Andabati.
And these tubes can be so delicate that sometimes they get damaged. Some people have gotten the damage because they have undergone some operations. So damage to the tube system is one of the big problems we also do see.
The groundbreaking show that takes you behind the scenes of the medical minds.
You will explore cutting-edge treatment and technologies revolutionizing reproduction health.
Now, in retrograde ejaculation, we get damage to the junctional valves, which I should say.
Learn about the science behind fertility, contraception, and emotional journeys that several women trek.
Every Sunday, 8 p.m., live on Bethany TV. Bethany TV, for health.
I so much welcome on the show. We're discussing life after school, and in the studios we have a new graduate, and that is James, who did travel and tourism, and we have a fresh graduate who did Did I say fresh? But we welcome you all. If you're first time to watch the show, we appreciate you for choosing to watch Bethany TV and this particular show. And if you are watching us on a different social medias, don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to be a part of the discussion tonight, you can use the number that is going to be running over your screen. You can send us a message, or you can call us and make us understand how are you planning to maneuver into, the marketplace. Because like some of us get frustrated with thinking that maybe immediately after I'm done with school, I'm going to get a job, and before you know it, you're moving all over the streets of Kampala and Mbalala, wherever, and everywhere, and there is nothing, and you start picking on people. There is this office, so you get frustrated. But Genesis, I think we should talk about that part, because we've been there. Like you finish school and you're thinking, how do we call it? Smanya, there are greener pastures, like after you're done with school.
I think basically, let us talk about some of the things that you should be aware of.
Okay.
As you get into the workspace, as you adult, as you transition from school. And I think one of the most important things is for you to actually recognize that financial success takes time. That you're not going to build an empire. You're not going to compete with someone that has been in the market space for 10 years. Now, that doesn't mean that everyone is going to struggle to get a job when they finish campus, but I can guarantee you that many of them, 80% of them, will not get the job. Now, there are a few lucky ones that will probably get the job ngaya kamala, or maybe a month ngaya kamala. But even then, even if you get the job immediately, it does not guarantee you financial success in a blink of an eye. When you accept that fact, if you don't compete with a 40-year-old, don't compete with a 35-year-old, don't compete with a 30-year-old when it comes to how much money they are making. If God has been good to you and you're able to make that 20 million, it is a good thing. But don't think that every other kid goal about graduating is agenda funo mulimo mangwaga.
Well, they're going to start like living in a furnished apartment, driving.
Hostel, ngobadde osasula mu hostel ne banno nga babiri basatu, otandika okubeera mu nyumba y'emiliyoni, otandika okubeera mu nyumba y'emitwalo 800, otandika okompitinga n'omuwala gw'ogenda okulaba ali mu nyumba y'emitwalo 800. You don't have to do that. Enyumba y'emitwalo 800 tagifunye nga she didn't just blink and get that house. He didn't just blink and start driving a car of 80 million or 70 million or 40 million. They took time to build that financial success. And you don't have to put yourself under pressure to earn or be exactly the way a 30-year-old is, or the way someone that graduated 10 years ago is. Financial success takes time.
Thank you.
And meanwhile, becoming good in that industry, my love, is going to take you time. Because as you have been in school trying to get that to get yourself established into the industry of tourism, there have been people that are not in school that are doing exactly what you have been doing at Ngatengo Kyasoma. So you might not be able to entirely compete with them, but that doesn't mean that you won't be able to compete with them. It's just going to take you a little bit of time to compete with them. So yes, watch out for the fact that you will not earn financial success in a blink of an eye.
I think that even cuts across to all the other pressures that come along after school. It could be maybe for some people immediately they want to go back to school. Of course, maybe they have the money. Yeah, the money is there. But I started saying that in Africa, or if you look at our different societies and settings, Oman Oluvak University, it's hard for a parent to again want to think of other payments like tuition, taking you back to school, that gift amaze chino Natasha amaze degree katumutwale adeya kole masters. That thing will be hard. It will be your own initiative to take yourself back. It doesn't matter whether you've done a certificate, number certificate, because if you look at nursing courses, they start from certificate. You do your 2.5 years doing a certificate. After that, omzadde tafayo nti actually jokoze certificate. Yaba manyo mazokusoma. You get it? Yeah. So it's like you have a lot of work ahead of you. You need to go back to school to do your diploma. You need to go back to school to do your degree. By the time you do your masters, and also there are other things that you're supposed to deal with. Other responsibilities. But there is something that he talked about that people have to know what they exactly want. I would give an example. When I'd finished my first course, I'd gotten a job immediately after school. I'd done my papers like today, then the following day I gotten a job. So when I told my mom about the job, she was like, no, you're not going to do that job. Pack your things and come back home.
And rest.
Nengamba, tanjagaliza, like, mzadde chiono chikachi, like, yandibadde asanyuka, omwana wange afunye omulimu nga yakamala okusoma. But she told me, emyaka gy'omaze eyo gibadde mingi.
Thank you.
Nangamba packing ebintu byokome weewaka. At that point I didn't understand that, but right now I feel like if there is anything I can pay her for only that thing that she did for me, I would pay her with all my heart, because I felt like that thing gave me a mind of me really understanding what exactly I really want as a person. And I remember my friends could call me, so you know, those kinds of things. Like, me, I don't work in a drug shop, I don't work in a, I don't work like this. I sat down and I had to be very particular on really what I want and where I want to work from. But it's just because I got in that time to think. So when he said that people should sit down and think, such that you don't fall for anything.
Drawing a roadmap.
Thank
you. Can I tell you something funny? When I was in school, I was still working. I think I was working on Channel 44. Ku church, Jenali Nsabira, ngera jenkola. Era ngamba ku ssomero nengenda kuki ku mulimo nenkola. I was earning an experience. I was building my CV when I was at school, but that doesn't mean that after graduating nachifunira udda leera. It took me time. It took me time to, because trust me, the people that had been in the industry, I couldn't compete with them. I had a long way to go. And I think the other thing that you should look out for is the fact that you need to maintain relevant relationships with people. The relationships that you picked at school, it is a very competitive world, and you just don't know whom you're going to need. You will just not know whose office you're going to walk into. That is how bad her office is. Natasha was speaking and she said, and then someone connected her to a job which she's having right now. Connect. We are working in a very competitive world, that the connections that we build are extremely very important, and these connections push us to the places that we are. Gift, I don't know when I ever asked for a job. I don't know the last time I ever did it. I think nganchasoma when asaba mulimo kola ku church. Nganjagala intern, nganjagala kola wa bajita batya? Ekyokukolera ebyobwereere, ekyokuvolontiyalinga. That is the time bwe bankozesa ne baŋŋamba oli kunoonya exposure. Kati nze simanyi nawe obiŋŋamba mbu ate noonya exposure. But I'm telling you, yeah, that it was during that time that I built connections. Me, I don't like field work. Saagala genda mu field kunoonya mawulire. Naye nali nga noonya. But you connections in a building eyo nga ndi mu kunoonya mawulire. Those are the connections that today, to where I am, have pushed me from doing this to being able to get this gig, from getting this advertisement gig to people just call, gift, even the advertisement deals in the Zenkoze. I have never looked and gone and be like, oh, can I be your brand ambassador? No, I have never. People would just call in, oh, by the Genesis, this and this person is looking for someone and I want you to do it. I think you would be good enough to do it. That is how, so the connections that you build are very important in the world that we live in. They are what pushes us. They are what you will build others, of course.
So, James, to take you back from what Genesis has said, and maybe you said you were making friends at school, you were doing this and this and that, and for some reason, some of us want to, it's a defense mechanism, I don't know how I can call it in Uganda, like, to Tuagala, there's what we call fixation, yeah? We don't appreciate the seasons and the times. I think Natasha talked about that. Nti Tuagala obulamu nga bw'obadde obulina ku campus. Ojje nabwo bw'oba obeera nabwo mu bulamu bwa bulijjo obutali bwa campus. So what do you have to say about that? And how are you planning to completely differentiate between campus, between like I've been a student and now I'm this person? Because now you're two different people. And that is the transition. So how are you planning to really transition from that to this new whole person?
The fact that I've finished campus, meaning I'm no longer a student. So I shouldn't remain in the student setup of being available for everything.
Okay, that's
good. Anything to go, maybe you come for this, you're available. But what you should do as a fresh graduate, you should see from far. When I say see from far, I mean you plan well, manage well your finances. If you manage to get a chance and you get some money, please use that money to build yourself and connect yourself to people who will give you jobs and also connect you. Don't say I've been eating maybe KFC and still you go to work, you're earning 400 and you're still ordering for KFC, yet your boss is not ordering for that. So let's live that life and we start adult life. We are adults now. Us, we are men and we should do better things than women. Don't keep dating today, date tomorrow. Settle. All first focus and get finances. Everything will be okay.
Natasha,
don't yes, chembadi njagala ugamba. So let's change life. Let's say maybe I've been a student of Makerere. Now you're finished. You're no longer a student of Makerere. You know, students of Makerere, we take ourselves to be high. When you're walking, you can even tell people, I'm from Makerere and I've graduated. What does it mean? That will Makerere give you a job or will that give you a job? What will give you a job is the experience. If the job fails, ask for volunteering or graduate training. As she said, when you ask for graduate training, when you reach there, don't say maybe I'm doing a training and you just leave. Maybe you come in the morning and at lunchtime you want to go. No, you're looking for connection. Your boss want to see what you can do. You never know, the chance will come and they retain you. Be there and be available every time. Be at work in time. Everything will flow well. Don't pretend that you're a student now. Become mature.
Okay.
Everything will be okay.
Natasha,
mulabye otunula waggulu. Ogedde ku issue ya dating one person after another. Wamba, don't get married immediately after. If you feel Genesis. Like If you feel you have met the person and okyewulira muli, good, but don't go with the idea, the concept of after school, then you graduate, then after graduating, marriage. I'm not saying if you have someone you can't get married. If you feel you have that person, good, but don't take it as the stereotype of auntie, that is how life is supposed to flow.
After school, you get into
then
marriage.
You get married, then you get pregnant. If it is what God has chosen, but this is it, you feel it, you've been with your person, or then from school, you have grown with them, you can feel that this is a connection you want to take to another level, it's a good thing. But don't just take it as a mindset, date. Go ahead and date. If you find a good woman, good. If you find a good man, good. But date. Don't hold yourself on to Katino and now the family is going to start. Aliwa. Then Natasha Okuze. Ate my mama always tells me, you think you're going to look like that forever? You know, she says that all the time. But anzijukiza ati nyabo no kaddiwa obola ozogenda sigalo kyo paka yo lanji jola be yegenda golugenda kulukuta genda kukakana. Anyway, so what I'm trying to tell you, our parents will, of course, that's the best way of them desiring the best for us, but either way you have to put in mind that if you're choosing it, it is something you have thought about, and it is what you really want, not because society is telling you that it is what you're supposed to be doing. And if you've not made up your mind on it, date.
Have a limit. Stop it.
There is no limit.
There's no limit to it.
You can just date. But thank you so much, Genesis. And I think I should go to Natasha. One time I was listening to this babe. She was giving a testimony, and she was like, she finished school. So when she finished school, she got in a job that wasn't really paying so much. Like it was paying like 400. And she says, and she was raised by a single mother. So single mother na afunye omwana amaze okusoma, and she's gotten a job that is paying 400 shillings. The girl says, kogwo omulimo ka pressure kaliwo nga sente tezimala ngata awulira yagala kuwa mama we, like to take care of the mother. Now she feels like akuze.
Now I should do something, yeah.
She should do something. Era ne mama wa mutunuulira agamba kati kino, she like, you know how your mom can be calling you this and this and this and so she got under pressure. This babe says that one time ku mulimo gy'akolera omusajja yaja, and to cut the story short, she ended up with this guy. And this guy, at first, he gave her over 500 cash. Then after that, before she knows it, more money, over 1 million. Like the guy could just give her money, like a sentence. So she was ambitious. She says she had a dream. And she's like, I want a business. Guy namwa sente over 10 million. Nazimteda kwa account to do. Like things were quick. Before she knows it, the guy rented an apartment for her in Chanja. Things were like, Natasha, chichi. Like, yeah, byalina speed. But, and she says she got in the idea of, I can still get more money from this guy. Nkoleni mamange business over, like, you know, tweje mu bwavu. So she could, whenever the guy could give money nga wamama we mama gamba nenga sente ozifuna mangu bichi, but she could not explain the entire story. So thank you. So nengo mwala gamba, it was the pressure of her wanting to take care of her mother and the sister, the sibling. So after that, she ended up sleeping with a guy. Before she knows it, the guy was HIV positive. And at that point, she wanted to end her life. So by the time she was giving that testimony, she was still on PEP. Anyway, so I think I'll go to Natasha. What do you have to say about the idea of us wanting to give back to our parents, or to prove to society that actually, yeah.
That's a sad story.
It is.
It's really sad. I think right now I really advise mostly parents, if you're watching this, not to put your children on pressure. I know we also feel pressured, having this single mom, watching her raise you, you feel like you need to do everything at once, make her happy. Now that you're done with school, and now the job that you have can't really raise that much money to make those possibilities come to pass. But just like she said, you cannot compete with people that have worked for long, like 40 years or what, to compete with them in maybe making money or what. I would just advise you to take your time. I do not care how long it takes, but take your time, because anything that rushes, easy come, easy go, anything that is a shortcut usually doesn't end right. So you need to take your time. Take your time. And then I love talking to my mom. Actually, I talk to my mom all the time. She's like a best friend. I sit her down and I'm like, Mommy, I cannot really afford this. When you finish school, now this is something that I've experienced, when you finish school and you get a job, for some reason people think, why you be earning how much? Calls from your aunties, calls from your cousin, upkeep campus, they're all calling you. But you have to learn to say no, because this is your life you're putting at stake. If you cannot say no, you learn to say no. You just tell them, I can't afford this. If you can, give in. If you can't, don't put yourself on pressure, because you still have a whole life ahead of you. Your mom is actually grown. She has gone through her phase.
She's living in her future.
Yeah, she's living in her future. You still have time. You have a family ahead of you. You have a future, probably, maybe your purpose, if you're meant to be a very great business person or investor in this country, and you're putting your life at stake for a man. And these men, by the way, don't. Just don't.
That says a story ahead.
There is nothing like a story. I've had stories like that, and they don't end well. They don't end well. I don't advise you to date, obviously. Don't date your age mates, but don't date.
Don't date your age
people.
Mates. Natasha Nainacha.
No, just don't. Obviously, some age mates, most are unserious usually. Okay. Like you end up clashing.
Going to be a story for
you clash a lot, but soon the point is just take your time. Fall in love with someone if you feel like this is what you want in life, not because they're going to give you something that you need.
Okay, so I really want to end this show by Genesis as you add on. I want to talk about the fact that there is, usually when I'm having conversations with Genesis, she usually makes this statement that tewali musajja akukolera kintu
ngatana kyakwagaza unless they are your dad.
So, because I feel like many of us, or to the people that are done with school, they are going to be presented with a lot of favors, and they're going to come off in the form of like, I care for you, so I want you to talk to our fellow women, that have just finished school. Maybe it's their first course, and someone is promising them heaven and earth, and maybe they're thinking it's the way to go.
Okay. You said the question just when I was thinking about it, and I'm not very good at advising. I am like,
just tell us.
Horrible. I might literally give it to you in your face, or TV but there's something I've seen it even as I'm growing up to the age I am at right now, that as women, we love beautiful things. We desire to live a good life. We want to drive beautiful cars. We want to live in beautiful apartments. We want to own the nicest of things. And it is okay. No one is blaming you for desiring what you desire. No one is telling you not to want money, because we all want money.
Yeah.
But you need to count what is at stake. In the world we're living in, like Gift says, I always tell her that there is no man that is going to do for you something. Now, I don't care how you think that man is your friend. And I'm not saying men are bad people. Men are good people, to be clear. All I'm saying is you need to know that there is nothing that comes for free in this world. So choose your not free things wisely.
Yeah.
That is all I can tell you. Choose your not free things. We love getting free things, women. We love being taken care of. We love being loved. We love nice things. God, we love beautiful dresses, beautiful shoes, taking us for nice dinners. We love iPhones. We love beautiful things, and there is no woman that should lie to you that takulachi tabiyagala. But choose the free things. Yeah? Am I saying it right? Choose the not free things wisely. It is a very complicated world where we live day by day with costs increasing. The economy is hard. You're going to be pushed.
Yeah.
Ngova musomero, please live what you can manage. Let me say that again. Manage, as in, better mubulamu, live in your means. Admire, it is okay to admire. I was listening to you last time you guys were talking about jealous. Jealous is also not bad. It is okay to feel jealous sometimes when you have something, someone has something. We're going to gifting ye agement way akava university ngagwe, and she has her life sorted out. That is not the trend you're supposed to follow. Live within your means. Manage, understand that you will not have every good thing in this world. It is a hard world, I am telling you. And with us women, even in the workspaces, you're going to meet complicated characters of men. I am telling you.
And women.
And women. Now, the funny thing is, even for him, even for him, by the way,
I was going to ask
even for you, in the world where we are living, we're going to have to office and people have funny characters, especially for you young men who are now looking for easy things. Temwagala kola nga wagambye nti abaana batoto olaba agement wa mwagamba temwagala kola. Temuli serious. Kati mugenda kutanga abakyala bakulu mu office ze munoonyezaamu emirimu nga balina sente.
Thank you, Genesis. That makes a lot of sense. And anyway, as we get to the end of the show, I believe there's so many things that we can really talk about life after school, and none of us even has shared our experiences. But I think you can pick a few things from whatsoever we've said here from each one of us. And Genesis talked about the mistakes. It's okay to make as many mistakes as you can. And Mukama akuwe ekisanti tezikumalaawo, but from those mistakes nzesobola okumalaawo Natasha. Nzesobola okumalaawo ng'okyali okweddamu ne wezza bujja. So it's okay, you don't have to make a mistake and you feel like you're the terrible person that has ever lived in this life. No, there are just many of you, many people like you that have also done mistakes and have learned from them. And also you have to watch your company, Banange. You have to watch your company. These things make a lot of sense. So choose your company wisely. Like everything, you have to think about everything before you actually decide on it. Like we said, life after school is a season of you reflecting, self-discovery. Woba musomero, it's just a bandwagon, yeah? You do not know yourself as a person. If they make you stand out to say who you are, you cannot. But use this time to know who you are, what are your passions are, what your values are, and what are your goals like, and have them defined so well. So I'm just going to give only less than a minute to him. Just say goodbye to our viewers, then we can call it the end of the show.
I will say that to my viewers, especially the graduates, I congratulate you upon finishing your degree, and the fact that we have started now, let's push and we shall be there. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So till next Friday, this is a Rise Woman on Bethany TV. Have a good night.